Hello and welcome to a video in my JNCA track. This is pretty much ground floor stuff here. We're going to be reviewing the basics of how to get around in the Junos operating system. And since this is a 5-minute video, we're focusing on just a few specific topics. That is initially logging in, operational mode, configuration mode, how context-aware completion works, and using the pipe command. So here we go. I'm logging into an EX2300 that is in my home lab. This is running new code. When I say new, it's an ELS version of code. There's a few syntax differences that we're not going to see today. I'll get into those in later videos. So if you're running an older legacy device like an EX2200 or something that's just not running the new ELS code, don't sweat it. Everything is exactly the same. You'll note that when we log in as root, we actually land in the kernel here. This is the shell. This is the same place you land if you log in as root through console. If you log in as any other user, it'll drop you in operational mode. If you want to get to operational mode from here, you just type CLI and boom, you're in operational mode. So from operational mode, this is like operational mode in any other device. This is where we can run our show commands and kind of interact with the hardware itself and sort of, what the thing's doing. If I want to look at like the state of protocols and, see what links are up, like show interface terse, I can see what's connected and online. If we want to get into configuration mode, we can type the word configure, or you can even type the word edit. That's useful. Sometimes you'll find yourself doing that, and it does work. Edit is how you navigate when you're in configuration mode, so I'm glad that that's a supported command, even if it isn't explicitly shown when you do a question mark here. Which brings us to our context-aware auto-completion, and just typing in general. Like most network operating systems, if we were to type in a command, and there were more than one valid completions, and I were to hit like the space bar or maybe tab, it'll list those completions out. As soon as I get specific enough for there to only be one valid completion and I hit tab, it'll actually fill it in. And I like this. There are some operating systems where you type in just the first couple letters and you hit space and it's still valid, but it doesn't fill it in. I actually love that we actually will fill that in. So learn it, love it. It's pretty straightforward. Hitting space like you're going to the next word, autofill, it's awesome. One other thing, question mark, it's your friend. Use it pretty much anywhere. If I'm in the middle of a word that has multiple completions, question mark will actually give me those completions. If I have finished a command and I want to know what other available parts of that command are there, I hit question mark, and it takes me to that. It's pretty awesome. And also pretty normal. And if this is your first time touching network gear, something in the comments, if you have any specific questions. If this is not the first time you've touched network gear, all this is going to look really, really familiar. One thing that we do that is pretty unique, at least as far as I've found, is that we do support pipes. That's actually not uncommon in order to add modifiers to the output of a show command or any other type of command. I might be like looking at a log or something like that. We can stack as many pipes as we want. So if I were to like do show interfaces match and say MTU and then hit enter, it'll just list out the MTU values. Let's say that I didn't want to see these protocol ones. I could do exclude or accept, pardon me, and protocol, hit enter, and then that wouldn't be a part of the output. And you can stack as many of those as you want. It becomes pretty powerful when you're actually trying to parse through logs. All right, I think that's all the time I have to keep this under 5 minutes. The next video, we're going to dive a little bit deeper into the show commands that you can use in operational mode and sort of navigating around, and then we'll get into configuration mode after that. Thanks for watching.